Hello, I'm Barry John, and welcome back to Descent 2. I have two co-pilots, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Speedball.
I'm Solitaire.
And,
This is a smelter.
yep,
Yep.
so there's 20 weapons in this game now, doubled up from 10, and we're going to be collecting a lot of them in this level. Now, you may have noticed I changed the color of my HUD from green to blue in the back, off screen. And this is me. Gotta angle this right.
Trying to shoot a switch.
Yep. There we go. And there.
The starting door.
Yes.
That thing's not supposed to open.
No,
Holy
it's
shit.
not.
Wow.
And now I have smart mines. So yeah, doubled weapons. Let me just run it down here. The laser now goes from 1 to 4 to 1 to 6. And it stays going from normal paired shots to quads. So your level 5, level 6 are considered the super laser. Your number 2 weapon slot is the Vulcan cannon, and it has the improved weapon behind
Gauss
it.
cannon.
Yes, I will sing the praises of the Gauss cannon to high heaven when I get it. The number 3 is the spread fire and its successor, the helix. The 4 is the plasma, but its successor is the phoenix cannon, which we're actually going to see on enemies in this level. Oh, son of a... Okay.
Oh, impact.
Yeah. Alright, so...
I don't think it killed him, but it definitely hurt him.
Oh, trust me, that barely scratched the paint job on the thief bot. The 5 is the fusion cannon and the omega cannon. The missiles. 6 is the concussion, which is usual. Sorry about the choppiness here, guys. It was in the original gameplay there. I was having some...
Yeah.
I
I get that too.
The secondary 6 weapon is the flash missile. So if you want to switch between the two, you have to hit 6 twice.
Yep.
Or scroll all the way through your weapons here. 7 gives you the homing missile and its follow-up, the guide missile. And oh man, the guide missile is so fun. 8 is your mines. So you get your regular red mines, but if you tap 8 again, you get smart mines. Smart mines, when they detonate, explode into seeking plasma shots.
Nice. Like the smart missiles.
Not quite. They're gold instead of green shots.
Oh.
And 9 gets you the smart missile and the mercury missile. I'm going to be talking about the mercury missile a little bit later when I get my hands on it. Also, die, thief, bot, die.
Is the thiefbot programmed to avoid you looking directly at it?
Yes.
Because he seems to turn tail every time you turn a corner and see him.
Yes, he's designed to be evadey.
Has he gotten anything off you yet?
No, because if you oh, there we go, got him.
All right.
That's going to make the rest of this level a lot easier.
Yep.
So, smart missile, then mercury missile, then the 0 button provides us with the good old mega missile, and then it's bigger, badder, more damaging, more explosive, earth shaker. Also,
Headlights.
yes. So,
Wow.
yep, so we can turn on lights, and in fact, there's actually a level much later in the game where there are no lights. It's completely dark. You have to navigate either by the lights of your guns, flares, or the headlight.
Oh
Does
god.
the headlight drain energy?
I
Yes.
don't remember that at all. Wow.
And this little guy right here is the full map.
Wow.
Everything
Oh.
in blue I haven't been to yet.
Wow, they are spoiling us for choices in this sequel.
Oh yeah, like this particular level here, you can actually skip the red key if you're really good with what you're doing. But everything in white I've been to, everything in blue I haven't been to. which is really. But these things don't show up in all the levels. They just show up in some of them, and when they do, you're basically, you're given an idea of, oh yeah, we totally have these secret rooms. How are you going to get into them? Because this game really ramps up the puzzle difficulty in finding secrets.
Yeah, that's why I never got a lot of them.
Because, for example, here, that secret door I just opened that had the smelter in it only opens up if you're going one way through this, or going back down into the room from this direction. Also, mine layers already that look like smelters but have a different color pattern to them.
Oh, we didn't get an introduction to those.
Nope, and you're not going to. Now, keen people may have looked at gone, wait a second, that shot didn't explode when it hit the wall. What's up with that? Well, I mentioned the Phoenix Cannon, right? That's the gimmick of the Phoenix Cannon in this game that these smelters are equipped with. The shots bounce. And this little secret right here, I wouldn't call it much of a secret, but basically you can skip about a third of the level this way.
That's handy.
Mm-hmm. Another new thing in this game, which I'll be dealing with shortly, once I just open that hit that by accident, which is good. 1 second here, once I finish scrolling through the map. You see those bars over there? Energy weapons that hit them bounce.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. That's new.
Yep. But they don't bounce kinetic weaponry like Vulcan Gauss missiles. Also, I'm getting a bit more use of the spread fire cannon here because I might as well. And man, listen to that rockin' CD soundtrack music.
Yeah.
I'm surprised though I haven't been pinged for a YouTube, one of those media copyright claims.
I can't remember if I got the music to work on my go-through.
Well, I mean, eventually I switch over to the MIDI music just to... Part of it is that because of the way the game is set up and the way I do my recording runs is that I wind up listening to this one track a lot because it's the first track played each time. But, oh, come on, get out of my face, you darn mine layer, you.
Oh, they've got camo.
Yep. But... Oh, come on. What do you mean I cannot open this door? How do I open the door? How do I open the door? There we go. That's why I wanted to open the door. Because that particular enemy drops the first quad power-up of the game.
Woo!
So I am currently, barely halfway through the second level. I'm already got quad laser 4s.
Wow.
That should tell you something about the escalation this game is going through in terms of just how much firepower you're going to be dealing out.
On the other hand, with critters like the thief bot running around, maybe they felt it was necessary to give you a lot more stuff.
Well, also a lot of the weapons got damage passes to them. The level 4 lasers here aren't as powerful as the level 4 lasers in the previous game. And in general terms, just from my experience running back and forth, it seems like the new level 4 is between the old level 3 and level 4, while you use level 5 and 6 to get higher. The Vulcan cannon actually got improved as well, not just because of its improved ammo capacity. The shots got a little bit tighter, and its damage went up. The fusion gun got nerfed, though, badly. It used to be a case of, like, the fusion beam would deal 30 damage just by tapping it, and you hit it with one of the bolts. You hit a target with both bolts, it was 60 damage. That got severely reduced in this game because, well, they didn't like it. Just me trading off some mid-range fire here through through doors, and abusing shoot-through grates to great effect on both sides. And there we go. Hostages that aren't being held inside a hostage room. They're inside that little cubby hole there.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That was a little weird.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned you can skip the red key, and that's very true. Because you're... Oh, actually, I can't really spoil it because I want to actually show off the missiles in question that will allow you to do that. Also, don't you just love ambushes from the sides?
Not especially.
The developers sure do.
Alright. So, back in the corner behind me there, or not in the corner, in that little cubby hole behind, there was... Actually, we'll back up here. Guided missiles! So, guided missiles here have these green tops to them, and they don't normally get auto-selected by the game when you pick them up, because they're a little bit different than normal missiles.
Huh.
Some missiles you just fire and forget. Some missiles, actively track down your enemies to try and hit them in the face. Both of these are great. The guided missile does exactly that. You manually control it as it flies.
Whoa.
Not something you want to fire off by accident.
Yeah.
Because it probably leaves you helpless while it's firing.
Yeah. Basically, I've got it set up so that when I fire off a guided missile, it will take up my entire primary view screen, and basically I will guide the missile to where I need to go. But if you set the guided missile and you hit the fire missile button again, it turns into a generic homing missile. So that'll let you basically guide it to where you need to go, and then you can say, there's your target, go deal with it.
That's pretty useful.
It is. And I will deal with those guys much later. Part of me is just basically double checking, going, where can I do this thing? Can I do this thing? Because you can fire with some difficulty guided missiles through those grates. You basically have to aim it perfectly through it. But here's me plotting out something, because I want a certain gun that's hidden away. And to do that, I don't need the cloaking device anymore. I need to shoot this thing right here, and then make...
So you get a countdown on the cloaking device now.
Yes,
That's good.
I made that, and I did it.
Oh, you snuck in.
Yep,
Wow.
That is a one-time only hidden passage, that the only way to make it is to use the afterburner to get through.
Wow. Now you've got the helix.
So, I had absolutely nothing good to say about the spread fire cannon in the old game, and I stand by that statement. There is nothing good about the spread fire cannon. The helix cannon, on the other hand, is an absolute piece of beauty. Because the old spread fire just went up and they're up, down, then side to side, and only fired off 3 shots. The helix cannon on the other side, and I'm about to show that off, fires off, 5 rounds, and it spins as you fire it off.
That's a much better spread shot.
Yes, this guy is Like, it is an absolutely amazing weapon. Its only problem is that it uses 3/4 of a point of energy per shot you use. And considering how fast it goes, that can add up pretty quickly. But when you've got to deal with a lot of enemies in a very short period of time in close quarters, the Helix cannon basically goes, everything in this cone dies. Now I'm going to do the silly thing. I'm going to ignore the reactor for a moment here. I'm going to skip the reactor and I'm just going to fly back through here. And there's the exit. And there's a couple of these little panels here to shoot. Because when you shoot those panels, you lower the grates that's off to the left and right.
Oh.
Now the
the enemies pop out of them?
No.
Or?
So now I can get back into through here. But here's the secret to the level. It's that if you fire off a guided missile through those two sets of grates, you can basically hit the panel here to lower the grate itself. And you can skip using the red key entirely because now you can access the reactor room from the back.
That's really cool.
Unfortunately, that's a coolness that doesn't wind up happening in all the levels. Like, as I mentioned, this game is really front-loaded when it comes to that sort of thing. But that is every secret in this first level, or in this second level, shown off, except for one. This one only happens after you've fired all, or after you've destroyed the reactor. Now, there is a switch in the exit corridor that when you hit it, turns on this little bar here that prevents the enemy spawner from spawning more enemies to get at you. And the only way to get at that switch is after the reactor is blown and the exit gate is open.
Oh, that's nice.
And
I thought it'd be like another race.
No, but that's it for this level. I'll see you guys all next time.
Woo!
Right.